Hey guys, it's Pose and welcome to a brand new episode of my Stoke City Career Mode, and it is a brand new season of it as it is episode 19 and season 3 is just starting in today's episode. And in today's episode, like I said, we're going to get started with season 3 and start going through all the months in the calendar, getting through the pre-season tournaments in July and then playing through all of August as well, playing against Arsenal in the Community Shield, and we've got games in the Premier League against Fulham away, Burnley at home, Southampton away and Wolves at home in the Premier League. And at the start of the season, guys, this is the squad that we've got. Obviously we have players like Raheem Sterling, Fekir and John Fatih-Arp, who all joined us last season on a pre-contract deal, obviously to help the squad improve. But I need to improve the squad a little more though. As you can see, the centre-back positions, the only centre-backs I have are Bruno Martins Indy and Ryan Shawcross are the two major centre-backs. So I need to go to the transfer market and get some other centre-backs in that are good enough for the first team. Right, I've been going through everybody on my squad, obviously updating their contracts, make sure no one's going to leave in a pre-contract. And I was wondering why I couldn't give Ryan Shawcross one. It's because his contract is expiring in 12 months because he is retiring, and because he's retiring at the age of 32 as well, like Mamdouh here, I need to get some other replacements in, so I need to get even more centre backs and maybe another striker in, just so I've got extra backup. And there we go, we've managed to get our first brand new centre back into the side, and it is none other than Marlon, the Brazilian 24-year-old, coming in from, I don't know what team it was actually, from £8.7 million on a 40k a week wage. And also, Gene Bula, we've actually got an offer for from Wolves. £11 million is the offer, it's well in his range, and I'm going to accept it. It doesn't get much game time for us, and I can use that money for him to get some more centre mids in. Gene Bula has sold to Wolves, £9 million into the budget, so now we're going to go and look for some extra centre mids to join the team. Also, I've actually also been playing through the pre-season tournament, actually just simulating all the games, and managed to reach the final with literally it's like a second team squad. So I'm going to put the first team squad out for this. It's a game in the final against Valencia, as Kondogbia gets the lead for them, and Fekir levels it up, 26 minutes with a penalty. Very nice indeed. Obviously, if we win this tournament, we get a lot more money. And Kondogbia scores yet again to make it 2-1 to Valencia. Making substitutions now. Can we get anything else out of this game? Can we get another goal? We do. Fekir gets us drawn level. And we win. We went straight to penalties and we won 4-3 on penalties in the end. So that's brilliant. We managed to win the pre-season tournament. And that's a lot extra money into the budget. There we go. So that says 3.52 million, but we got more on the way. And there we go, we've actually got another player joining our team, Denis Suarez, who's going to be in Bula's replacement. I managed to bring him in from Olympique Lyon. Obviously got him for £37.1 million on a 90k a week wage. He's going to be signing for us, and that's another brilliant signing straight into the team. And I've also decided to loan out Jakob Højgaard. He's actually gone over to Besiktas for a 1-year loan. Doesn't get much game time. We've got a transfer offer for Jack Bull, and Newcastle United willing to pay £24.6 million for him. I'm going to block all the offers for him because he's still my first choice keeper and he's not going anywhere. And now it's time to return to our home away from home, that is Wembley Stadium, for this Community Shield game against Arsenal. We were here last year to play against Manchester City, but we sadly lost out in the 90th minute to a Raheem Sterling goal. But luckily he's on our team today, with new debutants Marlon and Denis Suarez. He's still in this. They've come into the side. The Bill Fekir is also in the team with John Fatih-Arp. I want to see how they do and how they play. I was going with a different formation though, a 4-2-2 this time. Drop Malinowski and Suarez into defensive mid. Fekir and Sterling in cams, and John Fatih-Arp's got a new strike partner up front in Ante Rebic. So we've got Arsenal side, the team that won the league. Luke Leno's in goal. Nicolas Schule is in back. We've still got Aubameyang up top. And Francis and Servi are on the wings for them. And it didn't take us long for us to get started in this Community Shield game, as Rebic slips through Fekir to put the ball past Leno in goal to give us the lead after only 6 minutes on the clock. But a mistake at the back led Arsenal through, as Servi, the left winger for Arsenal, who ends up putting the ball over Butland after 15 minutes to equal the game up. But we were on top for the first half. Sterling plays off Malinowski here, who thumps the ball against the post on his weak foot. And that was obviously just the start of the game, but at the end of the game, towards the end of the half, Upamecano gets a late tackle on Aubameyang, and he steps up there for a penalty and chips the ball to the opposite side of Butland and puts Arsenal ahead just before the break. But into the second half though, we had a lot of chances. Raheem Sterling gets slipped in here by John Petit-Barbe, who kills the ball just past the post, and we needed a change after that. Etebo and Campbell came on and immediately changed the game. Rebic slipped Campbell through, who hammers the ball straight past Leno in goal, and it was all squared up. But nothing else happened to that, so it was on to penalties. Fekir was the first up, trying to figure out which way I'm going to go. He steps up against Leno, he puts it in, 1-0 Stoke. Lacazette next, puts the ball wide. Rebic gets saved by Leno. Mkhitaryan's turn, who also puts it wide. Tyrese Campbell is also saved. It's close so far. El Neni steps up next, who hits the ball off the post and rolls it round the goal into the net. Then Etebo's turn, who puts it into the corner. Servi, who puts it in and applauds the Arsenal fans behind the goal. Raheem Sterling then thumps it in, which means it was down to Jack Butland. He saves it, we win. But Francis hits the ball against the post, and that's it. We do win the FA Community Shield. Second time lucky, the knockout blow for Arsenal, as we beat the former Premier League champions, and we do lift that shield for the first time in our club's history, as our new club captain Malinowski gets the honours of doing just that. And now it's time for the first game of the brand new season, the second season back in the Premier League, and we take a trip away to Craven Cottage to play against Fulham, who have a very decent side, and Mitrovic still on the side, DePaul, Ellison and even Gertz and Seri in the midfield. Very strong team. But we take the lead through Malinowski, who hits the ball in the back of the net after 15 minutes, and it's our club captain to get us underway in this Premier League campaign. But it didn't take long, a mistake there, as you see a tackle on my own player, as Mitrovic fired the ball into the back of the net to make it 1-1. The second half decided to switch the formation back to a 4-1-2-1-2 as Denis Suarez hits the post, and the winner could only come in the 90th minute. Sterling as the man in the 93rd minute after 2 minutes stoppage time to slide the ball in past Fabricio in goal to give us a 2-1 win, and a very good start in the first 3 points of this Premier League campaign. And we've done some more business in the transfer window, guys. The next up is, as you can tell, Moussa Dembele also from Olympique Lyon, and he immediately is going to make the start in our next game, which is against Burnley at home in the Premier League. And we get off to a good start actually. 5 minutes on the clock, Costa comes down the line, lays off Dembele for his debut goal after only 5 minutes, and it's a great way to start your new time at the club. But that wasn't it. We've had a lot more chances. Costa was probably the man of the moment in this game. Crossed the ball into Fekir, and that was unfortunate not to get a clear connection onto that, as our heart just gathers it simply. But in the second half, this mistake and this goal to concede was, I couldn't believe when I conceded this one, as Goodmanson puts Burnley back on level terms with that simple strike open goal, and even Upamecano, I can't believe it. Just look at him. But we weren't going to let that ruin our confidence, as Sterling finds Rebic, who plays in Costa yet again and just finesses that straight past Joe Hart in goal and puts us back in front, and it's also 2-1. And that's how the game ends. We're victorious, and we go 2 games back to back and winning, and up to 6 points out of 6. But next up was a late night trip to St Mary's in Southampton, as we had the best chance of this first half was 2 good chances there, shot straight at the keeper. But we do take the lead though. Costa yet again putting the ball past the keeper, finessing it into the corner to put us 1-0 up, and our number 10 is rightfully deserving that number. He's such a great player for us since bringing him in. But a good ball in from Yabo into one of their strikers just to head it in. It was a brilliant delivery, and I couldn't do nothing about it, and they're back on level terms. Malinowski came on off the bench, he just dragged that shot wide to almost make it 2-1, but yet again Raheem Sterling pops up in the 90th minute to skip past one player and gets 2 chances to put it past the keeper. In the 90th minute we do manage to seal all 3 points, and look at this, bit fortunate, bounces off his knee and just rolls it past the keeper into his near post, and that's how the game ends. Southampton 1, Stoke 2, and it's again Sterling and Costa, the 2 wingers getting all the action. Next up, 2 players have sold. I decided to sell 2 players I don't use as much. Nelson Iola have sold to FC Lyon for £880,000. And Roberts is a controversial one, but this is the fact I just didn't really use him that much. I've got so many better positions at the right mid spot. £22.5 million to Fenerbahce, and I've used that money to bring in Nicolas Koza, who I got suggested by a fan obviously on one of my videos previously. I decided to bring in this 21-year-old from Reading. He's got a great potential. He's a great centre back for £6 million. He's joined me on a 5-year deal for only £23,500 a week. It's a great deal, I think. He's got great potential. I'm not going to start him yet, but there's more centre back options, obviously, since financial crisis and everyone else is getting retired soon. Obviously, as we won the FA Cup last season, we're in the Europa League yet again, and it's time for our group stage draw. Let's see who we're playing against. We're not on this page. We've got some good teams in here. Napoli's on that page. Liverpool's in this competition as well. Villarreal, Olympique Marseille, Manchester United, Lyon in Group I. But Group J is where we're at. Stoke are playing against Galatasaray, KAA Ghent, and Sparta Prague. But that was a group stage draw. We're not playing any more games until next month. Playing against Wolves next, in our 4th game in the Premier League. And obviously Gianelli and Bula coming back to the Britannia to face his old club, and this is the chance to go second in the league by getting 4 wins from 4, or maybe even top of the amount of goal difference. So we start off with Upamecano's header from a corner, coming off one of the Wolves players. I think it's Chaisa, who just taps the ball in after the ball got delivered in. It was going wide from the header, so yeah, but it's a clear own goal, and we go 1-0 up. And then stoppage time in the first half, Raheem Sterling yet again breaks through, looking for another goal in his Premier League campaign, but the shot was saved by Patricio, who just palms it onto the chest of Bolly, who just lets the ball roll in. And at half time, we're 2-0 up thanks to 2 own goals. And obviously, we weren't done there. We obviously want to get more. Dembele gets his first assist of the season as he lays off Suarez for his first goal of the season. And it's 3-0 so far. It's comfortable after 66 minutes. But the Wolves wanted to get rid of Butler's clean sheet. Jota gets 2 bites of the cherry, bounces off Upamecano, and he just follows it in past Butland. But that was going to stop us getting the 3-1 win in the end. A bit of a controversial one, since Bojan left in real life, I thought we need to sell him on here. I wasn't using him that much, plus he's hit about 30 years old at this point. Sold him to Atalanta for £5.6 million, and he is included on the outs list and headline day as we sold him there. We've managed to bring in Marlon, Suarez, Dembele and Koza for £81.8 million, selling Bojan, Mbula, Klukas, Roberts and Lyola for £43.5 million. Jakob Højgaard went out on loan because he's the keeper I don't use. I've got another keeper also. I've brought in another youth keeper who brought him up to like 60 rated, so if anything I'm going to use them for this season just to train them up a bit. But that's our transfer window done. And obviously end the episode, obviously like I said, we sit in a more respectable position in second place, just literally 2 goals behind Manchester City. They can see 2 goals less than us, and a much better start to the season. Last season we only managed to win 12 games, and already we've only managed to get a third of those wins. So we just need to keep on our form, and we could be looking maybe for Champions League spot next season. But my aim for the season is to aim for that 5th spot mainly. That's the minimum I want to get. And at the end of the table, Burnley rock bottom of the table as so far. They've not managed to win any games yet or draw. They're on 0 points. Newcastle and Leicester only managed to pick up 1 point, and Leeds managing just to stay above them on 2 points. And that's the end of the episode, guys. Hopefully you have enjoyed it. Hopefully you enjoyed this little post-con video. If you have enjoyed it, make sure you do leave that like. If you haven't, drop a dislike, let me know why. Let us like in the comments below, so can I improve these videos that I do. If you're new, be sure to subscribe, because I not only do these career mode videos, I got my match day vlogs as well. Next one up is Derby at home as of making this video, so hopefully you guys are coming to watch that. Thank you guys for watching. This is Pones. I'm signing out. Peace.